What's up guys, my name is Sammy and the reason you guys are watching me right now is because Siobhan is actually busy with school right now. He asked me to upload on his channel, so that's why I'm here right now. If you guys do enjoy this video, definitely check my channel out in the description down below. It's 4Flies if you want to search it up, but yeah, this is my review on the S7 Edge. I hope you guys enjoy it, and let's get right into it. If you ask a bunch of tech enthusiasts what the best smartphone is, you would probably start World War III, but they'd also tell you it's the Google Pixel, LG G5, or Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. Today we're going to be taking a look at the S7 Edge to see if it really is the best Android smartphone, and more importantly, if you should actually pick it up. So if you're looking for the best Android smartphone out there, you're gonna want your phone to be packing an awesome design. The S7 Edge has an amazing curved display, which I'll touch on later in this video, and a beautiful glossy finish all over. It can attract fingerprints, but I've seen that they've really improved on that since the S6 was released. If the fingerprints are too much for you, you can always slap a D-brand skin on them, and it'll look awesome. The S7 Edge definitely has a great design going for it all over, with nothing too crazy, and I have to say that I love it. Something that they don't get recognized for enough is the fact that they've got their back and multitask button off the display, giving you a bunch of extra space. And touching on the space you have with the display, we've got a dope 5.5-inch AMOLED screen running at 1440 by 2560. This puts the phone firmly up at the top of smartphone displays alongside most of the other huge flagships like it, and the experience using this for movies and gaming was definitely as good as you'd expect it to be. That said, the speakers are only on the side of the phone, so you'll probably find yourself covering them up by accident quite often. They go pretty loud and they are fairly clear, but there isn't enough bass and sound often feels quite flat. Back to the display though, it's easily the best I've ever seen in a smartphone, and there's no way you can go wrong with it. The Note 7 would have competed with this phone, but obviously that's out of the game now. The Edge is a bit of a mixed bag for me. In terms of pure aesthetics, it looks great. It adds a lot to the overall look of the phone and really separates itself from everyone else in the room, but its functionality is quite limited. You can scroll through different shortcuts and get information on the weather and things like that, but even like with my BlackBerry Priv, I just never find myself using it. It's super nice for when you're watching videos on the phone though, so I'll give it that. If you were expecting the Edge to be something that you take advantage of all the time though, it's probably not gonna happen. Being a Samsung flagship, it's going to have the top end specs, and we're seeing that in the S7 Edge. It comes with a Snapdragon 820 or Exynos 8890, depending on where you live, and 4GB of RAM, making it one of the more powerful phones out there. It'll easily handle whatever you'd want to do, whether it's heavy gaming or heavy multitasking. And speaking of multitasking, you can even run two apps side by side, which is only a feature we're seeing in some Android phones and with all of the nougat devices, so it's pretty exclusive right now. We're also getting expandable storage here, which is super useful to have if you need it. I personally don't think it's worth using because going for something like Google Drive is going to be much more convenient for you to store files since you can access it from any device you own. It's also packing an awesome camera that really can't be beaten by many other phones on the market. It takes great quality pictures, it focuses fast, and it records in 4K. A big thing with these flagship smartphones nowadays is that their cameras are advancing faster than DSLR cameras just because there's more demand for them. And that really shows in the S7 Edge. The only real camera that can probably beat this is the Google Pixel, and that's because it's kind of the best out there right now. The front camera is also really good. It's a 5-megapixel camera and it'll be great for taking selfies. You also get some extra cool features if you're looking to change the way the pictures look for beauty, so if you're into that, you have it there. Battery life on the S7 Edge is another strong suit. While I always recommend carrying around a portable charger with you, this is probably one of the few phones where it won't really matter. You'll still have about 20% left at the end of the day of regular usage, which is really good for smartphone standards. What's also cool is that you get an always-on display, which you can customize, and the battery life still holds strong even with the always-on display. In terms of waterproofing, I think it should be standard for all smartphones now, and the S7 Edge is IP68 rated, so it'll survive a lot of what you could throw at it. It's not designed for underwater photography or anything like that, but it's more like a safety feature, and for that, it's great. Waterproofing should be a standard in every single smartphone. I always say it, I'm saying it again. So overall, yeah, it's one of the best smartphones available right now, and depending on what you want from a smartphone, it's probably the best smartphone. Should you buy it though? that's a different question. How much does having the best mean to you? If having a smartphone that ticks every single box is worth it to you, go for the S7 Edge. If not, I don't really think you should go for it. There's a huge market of Android smartphones out there offering super interesting features, and the S7 Edge is just a little too far on the pricey side for most people. That said, prices are coming down. It's a year old now, and the S8 is right around the corner. It should be released around 2017 March, so that's super nice to see. I do think though that it's worth the price if you can use everything that they offer. It also has a lot of extra bells and whistles which Samsung puts into their phones, which is obviously really interesting. The Google Pixel, for example, is a relatively stale phone, I guess you could say. It just doesn't have much character. The S7 Edge definitely does. At the end of the day though, getting the best doesn't come cheap, and the S7 Edge is definitely a damn good choice. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here, and I'm out. Peace.
Look, check me out, I'm just flexing. Wildin' out while they stressing. And I ain't tryna meet your folks, cause the homie don't need they blessings. And the homie don't need they lessons. I ain't tryna get asked no questions. I'm tryna let it burn. I don't wanna hear your confessions. We fucked up, we ain't sober, girl. I got one cup, this ain't soda, girl. When them lights down, this